back in to Hockey Night Coachella Valley and Hayden alongside Lapierre. Nick Gismondi should be a very good hockey game tonight. The Bears trying to take a 3-1 lead. The Bears trying to prevent going down 3-1 ground. Yeah, it's going to be very entertaining tonight. You get the Firebirds.
What's going on, everybody? John out here with you. It's Thursday, June 20th, 2024. And again, I'm watching this on an AHL network, but it's AHL Calder Cup Finals action Game 4 between the Hershey Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds. We were able to do this last year when I was able to jump into a Game 7 that went into overtime when Hershey Bears were able to take it. This is a pretty cool opportunity to be able to do this in the interim in between these Stanley Cup Finals. So I'll be with you here tonight. We're going to puck drop to start. And then Friday, I'll be alongside Alec Nava and Cooper Hopkins for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And then I'll jump back in with you on Saturday between Game 5. This is a 2-3-2 format. As Coachella Valley time in this Calder Cup Finals. So as the players are starting to get on the ice, I do want to just say this, and I don't know why NHL, ABC, ESPN, Sportsnet don't tend to do this anymore. And the Hockey Guy, if you don't follow him on YouTube, I reference him a lot. Follow Shannon. Make sure you do that. He gets all the stuff set up on a whiteboard there for you. It gives you all the action between NHL, AHL, breaks it down, tons of videos. And he flat out said going into it, he's like, look, this coverage that you see here is what you see in the 80s, 90s, a little bit, maybe early 2000s. Getting you set up there. And as I put this on an NHL network, get a chance to see Atreyu become the Bull. And the sense of the Firebirds coming out with the lights and everything at Acrisure. It looked freaking awesome. It was a hype video to get you pumped up there. Let's get you set up as far as this series because it helps me out as well. A little bit of was a 4-3 victory for Coachella Valley. A pair of goals in both the first and second periods, enough to hold off the Hershey Bears. Coachella Valley scorers, John Hayden, shorthanded. Ryan Winterton also had 2. So Hayden 2, including a shorthanded, Winterton with 2. Coachella took 5 penalties in the first game. Driedger only had to stop 16 of 19 shots in the victory. For the Bears, it was Joe Snively, Hardy Amanat, a power play goal. They all scored for the Bears. Hershey took 4 infractions in Game 1. Team is beat up, but avoided the reverse sweep against the Cleveland Monsters coming in. That was the one thing of note with Hershey. Again, they won it last year against Coachella in a Game 7 overtime when they looked at the Calder. But now, in the series, they were up 3-0 against Cleveland. It sounds kind of familiar to what Florida is maybe tomorrow if Edmonton wins another game. As they're trying to get a reverse sweep for the Edmonton Oilers, but the Cleveland Monsters almost did it. Hunter Shepard was academic, 19 of 23 in the loss. You figure he would do better. How are they going to respond? Only to prepare that at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, evens up the series at 1. Hershey scores in every period and overpowers Coachella Valley. Hershey scores. Aktell had a pair, and Jimmy Huntington and Ivan Merstenchenko all score. Both teams go 0 for 3 on the power play. Coachella Valley got quick goals in the second and third by Luke Hannon and Marion Student each, but couldn't add more. I saw Winterton pick up another point. Again, that's of no Kraken, especially earlier in the year. And as we said, in between the Hershey Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds, if you're not familiar, these are the AHL affiliates, NHL side for the Washington Capitals and the Seattle Kraken. So you get a unique chance to check this out before the Stanley Cup Finals tomorrow. Shepard looked more like his usual self. He did play a little bit with the Caps this year, although they heavily relied on Charlie Lindgren. He stopped 32 of 34. As he stopped just 16 of 20, this time in the loss. Acrisure, again, 2-3-2 format. It was a 6-2 victory as the series shifts. Acrisure, as we mentioned, it looked like the Firebirds were a different team on home ice. Captain Max McCormick had a hat trick. Layton Reed, Ryan Winterton, Shane Wright also scored. 4 unanswered tallies after the Bears tied the game up 2-2 in Game 3 from Alex Limoges and Hunter Rubinski. I see an incorrect starting lineup bench minor that was served by Ethan Frank just 30 seconds into Game 3. I don't think I've ever seen that in the NHL, but I wanted to list the notes here so maybe we can see some things we don't usually. Hershey went 1 for 2 in the power play. Coachella Valley 1 for 3. Hunter Shepard pulled as he surrendered 5 goals. It doesn't 31 of 36 in the loss. Clay Stevenson stopped the 5 shots he faced from relief. Chris Driedger had his best game of the series. He stopped 22-24. Coachella Valley takes a 2-1 series lead, and winning on Thursday could seal the deal for the weekend. So let's get into the puck drop. And now Coachella Valley. We'll try to take this one left to right and across the inboards now. And again, normally I do a lot of NHL stuff, Major League Baseball, some NBA. I do have the rosters in front of me, but just know I'm not going to have as many call-outs tonight as what I normally do. I'll try to refer as what we usually got. So the projected lines for Hershey, and this is line 1 and line 4, Joe Snively, Hendrix, Lapierre, Jimmy Huntington, Pierre Dubé, Ivan Maristanchenko, Hunter Rubinski, Mike Vicchioni, Matt Strome, Riley Sutter, Oregon Trinev on defense, Haman Aktell, Dylan McElrath, Jake Massey, Chase Prisky, Dmitry Ospov, Logan Day, Hunter Shepard in net. As Shepard makes another save, this one right in off the draw. For Coachella Valley, it sounds like this. I'll give you the forwards first. I don't have their projected lines. Luke Henman, John Hayden, Cole Lynn, Max McCormick, Cameron Hughes, Ryan Winterton, Leighton Road, Marion Studenich, Shane Wright, Jacob Melanson, Devin Shore, and Logan Moore. Olafson, Bill Ottoman, Baker Evans, Jimmy Schultz, and Connor Carrick. It'll be Chris Driedger in net. Cross pass. This one gets fanned on. And now the Bears will recollect in their own end. So that's all the proportionalities from me. We'll get into the play-by-play the rest of the way. If you have any questions, you just let me know. I'm going to try to have some fun with this tonight as we play in off the backhand. Again, if you do have an NHL network in the States, you can watch right along. If not, you'd have to pay on AHL TV. You can do a day pass, but I think it's like $3 or $4 sent back in. But the next game will be on Saturday, and I will be covering that on the YouTube side. As this is sent back behind the end boards. This Lehman will throw this on the net. Picked up now off the backhand by the Bears as they're working in behind Driedger's office. Spin and turn. And the Firebirds is Vecchioni. Will send Bears will touch up again, trying to take it right to left. Long-time affiliate of the Washington Capitals. They have won a lot of Calder Cups. They're no stranger to this. As it's sent around the end boards now. And an opportunity for the defense to get things going again. Be an opportunity for Bill Lodovan. We'll send this one across from about 150 feet. As Shepard will watch this one go down the ice. Massey will watch this opportunity here for the Bears. For rush up a 2-on-2. We look for a wrist shot near the left side of the red line, but that deflection wasn't there. Coachella now take it off the rush, try to aim for the right side middle post, and that one banked in off the boards. And as Hershey will take a miss pass, and off the backboards, up sending in deep for Strome. And now Strome will take his change. And we'll get everything situated here. It'll be an opportunity now for Massey one more time to recollect as this is fired in around the embankment. Dream, slow it down. In between his stick. This will bounce off of Ethan Frank near the right side boards. It will be recollected and working behind the right side dot off a pass. Didn't elect for a wraparound. This is still in behind the not very strong on the puck here. Bears have it to the right side dot. Here's a cross pass. This goes wide right to left as Ethan Frank trying to get around Strome. This will be picked up now at Aktell leaves it as a slap shot. Bounces off Driedger's stick. Bears have this puck now for about 1:05 of offensive zone time. This is kept in by Haman Aktell and then fire it back and around. The delayed offsides will have Hershey check back up. So Grant Fear is the color man on the side for Coachella. This is the second time chance to get to hear him, the former Oiler, as this one goes in across the right side of the crease. Sent back down across the and Vicchioni will go ahead and give chase. Almost able to steal it by himself, but here's Cole Lind. Lind off the drop. They're able to gain the zone, just stay onside. Being an opportunity now, Shane Wright will go ahead and finish his check. This was sent back around now as Shane gets absolutely blasted. Here's a good stick lift here for the Firebirds, but this goes to the left side red line and by Hershey. Over the right side board, some good body contact there. Absolute pasting as Gustav Olofsson behind his own cage. It's loose. Driedger with a stick save as Fleury able to get this one back. Kill off the half spin. Now wait for Olofsson to kill. Fleury on the back skate, just trying to get around behind his own net. The entry now is they'll bank it off the right side out, but Hershey will intercept. It's been a neutral zone battle right now from the start of this first. Off a 1-on-3 attempt at the stick drag, Coachella Valley gets an easy steal. So go across the left side red line, sent in deep. Off the stick chop, back in through neutral now. Hershey. Todd Nelson, I'm sure, was watching. Dan Bosma is the head coach for the Firebirds, but he's going to be promoted to head coach for Seattle Kraken once the season starts. I think some of the coaching staff will also follow along. As this one gets sent in, they're going to replace Dave Hextall. This will be flipped in by a change and an opportunity now for Logan Morrison to make the outstretched pass. This will be recollected across the left side boards now for Hershey as this will go D to D. And Coachella will intercept. High side on the left side, blue line of fire back in. Opportunity. Risky. This will start this one again. Pick this one up now for Ethan Frank. Off the left side. Here's a drop. Frank's got it. Here's a wrister stop by Driedger. 14:09 left to go on the first as we get some pushing and shoving. Riker Evans wants a piece of somebody, and so does Rode. I don't think Trainhead wants it though. As getting back into the play-by-play, just point out the updated box score on the AHL side so we can give you the information once it comes across. Making sure I got the rosters here. Snively. There's a couple stick chops, Bears for the face-off win. They're able to keep this one a shot from the point. This goes near the right side boards and bounces off short. This will be an Lapierre. As this will bounce away from Max McCormick. And will be sent in the captaincy for Coachella Valley coming off the hat trick. As Coachella's got a 2-1 series lead. Again, they win today. They could have a chance to close it out on Saturday. If Hershey Bears can get this 2-2, we can definitely talk about what will happen in this series as far as the coverage.
It's all about putting prepared the same way for the long haul. Someone gives you a little stats to be able to say, okay, let's do this now. It's all about just training your mind to be as great as you can. So be your strongest.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters. Your solo products will arrive on time. It's guaranteed. Visit 4imprint.com. 4imprint.
We know dealing with the unexpected is part of your job description. And you made a promise to keep the line running, to power through the downpour, to be the one who always gets it. And our promise is to help you do it with professional grade supplies for every industry, plus same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Because with the right partner.
Now, I thought that I might just use this side-by-side here for the Hershey lines that I have set up with their actual ones. If I can get the numbers in here quick enough, I think I will do that during a commercial break.
See, I have never seen a man love his kids so much. And when I'm done, I want you to have
Is a will. Luckily, trusting a will makes it easy. For as low as $199, to create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. 10 and 2 costs. Start your will at trustedwill.com and make it count. Make it easy. So you know, let's go.
Bears. Benjamin's going here tonight in game number 4. And on his face-off one back by Hershey. Logan Day for Abi Carter for Aktell.
So Logan Day will get this as this will be picked up near the right side. Got back from our first commercial break. We have a delayed penalty hand in the air, and this will be Hershey with a slapper. Glove save by Driedger, but this will put the Hershey Bears on the power play with 13:02 left. So we'll see who's going to be out there for Hershey again. Haman Aktell, that will be an easy guess alongside the captaincy and Dylan McElrath. They usually want to go 4 forwards, 1 defense. Joe Snively, Hendrix, Lapierre got a lot of time with the Caps. Shane Wright is the one that's in the box. So Hendrix will go ahead and take this draw alongside Snively. In the series, power play has not been 2 for 10 for the Bears, 1 for 10 for Coachella. Snively now, wrister. This will go wide. Left side stick of Driedger. Snively will play the defensive point. We'll get it back from Limoges. Alex Limoges now from Snively. Now for Hendrix left side dot. Snively high circle. As this will be an opportunity for the Bears to continue to move this around. A stick chop just gets this away from the left side blue line. So Bears got to check back up. A big drop now for Limoges, but that was easily read, and then it goes off sides. So Hershey's power play about 42 seconds in hasn't drawn anything yet. Still nothing our score. It would be a little bit unfortunate for me, and I'm going to say this in the nicest way that I can, if this game goes into triple or quadruple overtime, because you do have the Stanley Cup Final tomorrow, but that just means that Alec Nava or Cooper Hopkins will have to carry me on the play-by-play. I don't want to be like Ken Kell a long time ago when the Red Wings won the Stanley Cup in 2008 when he had no voice to call it. Can't have that happen. As this will be sent back around the end boards, and Hershey can look to start again right the and across the Firebirds logo, Mike Vecchione will send it in. This will be an opportunity for LeMage. We'll send this one back. Vecchione near the right side dot, kind of like the Kucherov situation. And this will be cleared back down by Coachella Valley. Opportunity now for Hunter Shepard. We'll play this. Still trying to get set here is Vecchione. Will now just go back a little bit. He might be the one to pick this one up and right in off the rush. Right side of the blue, as LeMage will help fire it in as well. Bears near the left side dot. Working in behind the cage of Chris Driedger. This is in the high slot now for the Bears as they continue to try to be kept on the outside. A chance got flubbed on, and Driedger ending up finding it near the left side of the post will just hold on. So Hershey's had a lot of puck possession here on the first power play, and Driedger's got the mix of the Firebirds colors here on this side, so that's what you always love to see because you want those big league dreams. And we probably will see a little bit more of Driedger from time to time. But Joey DeCord saw him a lot last year in the AHL Calder Cup Final. He had a couple shutouts in that series last year. Now he's a mainstay alongside Philip Grubauer. This will be Hershey one more time. Haman Aktell. We'll get this one back. We'll get this one D to D now. Aktell waiting on the left bump. The right side dot. Here's a slapper from Logan Day. And another save for Driedger. So 3 shots on the power play for the Hershey Bears, but they have not been able to draw first blood yet. Honestly, after the puck possession that they've had that kept them on the outside, this was just a standard give and go between the right dot and the right point as much as it could be for a shot. You want to keep things simple to a time when you start to have a lot of puck possession in those shots, so I don't mind it there. Riley Sutter will go ahead and take this one for the Bears. They win it again. 4 straight wins on the dot. This will be Day. Haman Aktell will let it go. This one gets blocked. Sacrificial took out one of the Firebirds. Shane Wright just got out of the box. Take this one D to D. Haman Aktell try to get this to the right side dot. Bears find it again. And we will get another call here. I don't know if this is going to be a penalty, however, but a whistle was blown. with 10:41. And we will get one. Number 44, Shrenev will go ahead and take a penalty. What did he do here? He got a hook and hold on one of the Firebirds. So now the Firebirds go to the power play. They just killed it. And now essentially you take your power play lines for the Bears, you move that right to your penalty kill. Everybody should be fresh at this point. Chris Driedger, decent start to this game right now. And again, as we've said throughout the series, even though Coachella Valley's up 2-1 in this best of 7, it's a 2-3-2 format. That's the only difference between AHL and NHL. If he has a couple games where he's a little bit more lock and key, Coachella Valley could actually get their revenge from last year. I know a lot of big like that, but it's possible. Devin Short, longtime NHLer with the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers, so win this strong. Be an opportunity now for Connor Carrick. Another one of those in the same situation. This is a very veteran-laden power play, but they'll turn it right over. Bears might have a counterattack, 2-1 for the wrist shot instead. And it'll be an opportunity, I believe, for Riker Evans, who should be getting some of that power play time as well. We'll settle this one back down. Now Cameron Hughes off the drop. They'll leave this one to the right side for Devin Short as they'll flip it in the left side. Still scoreless, both teams now. Once this Firebirds power play is done, we'll have one across. This will be picked. Huntington off the back is Hunter Rubinski. 1-on-2. Still with it. He's doing a wonderful job killing time. He worked all the way near his own right side dot. And now Coachella try to find the entry. Cole Lynn, drop pass. Here's an extra touch. This will go wide for picked up now. Evans, touch, slapper, big rebound. Good save, Shepard. Big screen out in front. And the Bears survive that as Strome will send it down deep. Might get his own clear. And this will be an opportunity for Coachella to start in their own end. Pretty good start to this game. I've been really enjoying being able to call some games. It's been about a year's time since I've been able to do so. On the NHL Network, I probably would cover more. Lind will push this one near the right side wall, and no problem for Hershey. So let's send it back down the ice. So this feels more like a Calder Cup final as we're calling stand a game. What I mean by that, a lot more defense here. Student each. Pick this one up with his forehand and send in deep for Lind. And this will go all the way back down. So Hershey, no problem killing the first power play. Zadavainen has it now for the Firebirds. Again, they are in the dark black jerseys with the orange in the mix of the logo. Those are really sick looking, to be honest with you. As this is picked up, chipped in off the glass nicely. Pushed ahead. Sent back off the backhand by Coachella. This will bounce. Vecchione, opportunity in front. Driedger sliding across. Makes an unbelievable save. And the Bears now will go all the way back to recollect. Man, oh man, that was right. And Driedger somehow keeps it scoreless still. As this is now to the left side dot. Firebirds in transition. Off the drop for Ryan Winterton. Worked in behind the cage of Hunter Shepard. Slapper. Big rebound, Shepard. It's a loose puck. Bears will find it. Hardy Aktell will have it now. Will make a sweet play. He's going to skate it all the way in. Take the wrister. And a left pad save for Driedger as the action's starting to percolate here with 7:30 left to go in the first. In the left side red line. Opportunity now. Firebirds will intercept. Able to take this in transition, but they are. 7:21 left to go in the first. I know, apologies. It just sounded like Yoda there. But we get another commercial. 0-0 is the score. 7:21 left in the first. Good save for Driedger right in off the rush. We're scoreless.
But don't worry, we've got more than that going for us. Like this beautiful store in Arizona, for example. It's a perfect place for me to tell you a little bit more about our phones and how they can become your phones. You name it, we probably got it. We have the top smartphones from all the major companies. If it's state-of-the-art cameras you want, we got them. Phone with lots of bells and whistles, but won't break the bank. We've got that too. We even have a flip phone, like the Iris Flip. We even have watches. I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have one of these amazing stores in my town yet? Can I get these phones sent to me? Is it easy?
Easy as pie. New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when they sign up by July 31st. Call 800-918-4371 or visit consumercellular.com to switch today.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
The only difference for the Bears in my roster that I had from the projected from Game 3, it looks like instead of Dmitry Ozapov, it's Nicky Lieberman, number 4 on the bottom 6 line, I'm going to assume. We'll take that one out. Unless they're carrying an extra defenseman, but I don't see that today. So no Osterpov. Nicky Lieberman is going to be number 4. So 7, McElrath, captaincy 42, Jake Massey 2, Chase Prisky 22, Lieberman number 4, Logan Day number 26. As this will be sent in by Massey near the left side, Bears. Now trying to locate it near the right side dot is Dubé. I'll watch this one get lost. To pick it up for Dylan McElrath. Good backhanded pass, but again, way offside. Dan Balsmo's squad's got a lot of extra strides there, and we can't do that. 7 minutes left to first. Again, I don't know if we're going to have a ton of foot traffic on this AHL side, but again, really appreciate it, guys. I just want to throw that out there. If you are listening in, we will be able to cover this one Thursday. On Saturday, I know there's other streams and other ways. Do jump in and enjoy it. I humbly appreciate it. Just want to make sure that that's known as always, as this will be sent in. Opportunity now, as this will be stopped by the Bears defense, catapulted across the embankment, and now battle into the neutral zone. Hershey Bears, a couple extra sticks. This is near the right side dot. Coachella. Now we'll try to find this near the left side dot. Good hit a couple times as they get the shoulder in. Opportunity now for Coachella in off the rush, as this will be intercepted. Chase Prisky needs some help. We'll leave it along the side. Nicky Lieberman. Lieberman will take the hand grenade toss, and he'll send this one back down the ice. Opportunity now to go ahead and set this down for Otavainen, as they'll send it across. Coachella, hand grenaded up in the air, and Hardy Haman Aktell able to just get it out. Giant hit. That was a great delivery there by Trinem, as he was able to. Now he's off the rush. Backhand stop by Driedger. Try to send it out in front. Bears good work. Haman Aktell. Fire it toward the net. Gloved out of the air. And this is nice work by the Firebirds. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry. This is near the right side. Sauce down in front. I'm just able to get it away. This is near the right side. Now Bears turn it over. Drop. This goes wide to Shepard. Opportunity to be finished near the right side off a check. Haman Aktell will watch. And Coachella. We'll see this one get sent all the way down. This will bounce. As this is sent back. Haman Aktell will crisscross with his defensive partner. Jake Massey start again. So maybe they also mixed McElrath and Prisky on that same run with a different change in off the rush for Todd Nelson's squad, but we got the names there and happy to have it. 5:09. Next time that we get an opportunity to go ahead and get a commercial break when they show the projected lines, or if I get a replay, I'm just going to snap a picture on my phone. Come right back.
It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then up to 150 pounds of torque. Knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news: Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order. While call 1-800-979-1303. That's 1-800-979-1303, or visit reddog.com. Call 1-800-979-1303 now.
You know what? I might have to ask, honestly, when I talk to Cooper Hopkins, I know we're getting back into the play-by-play, see if he can snag me a Firebirds kind of in the mix in between Phoenix and Full Flight with Scream out there with the wings. That looks pretty sick, and the color scheme nice as well. Gotta say, in between the Seattle Kraken and the Firebirds side, they absolutely nailed the uniform. As this one's now picked up off the backhand. It was a defensive zone draw win for Coachella, and now sent in here deep for Cole Lind off the puck right, and this will go back on Hendrix Lapierre. Opportunity now got fumbled a little bit by Massey, but he is able to get this one out the zone. Bears now off the rush. Here's a spin and turn near the right side dot, able to get a stick lift a little bit. Here's a shot toward the left side dot. It's stopped by Driedger, working in behind. Again, this Washington Caps affiliate, Hershey Bears, is kind of playing like the Florida Panthers do, working in behind the net, trying to create some chances. I like what I'm seeing right now, as Limoges has to get back into his own end and get this vulcanized rubber. Here's an opportunity now for Hendrix Lapierre. A good save, but Driedger gave up the rebound. Upside red line. And now the Bears, as Fleury takes his hit, able to try to get a steal. Bears will start in their own end now. This will be picked up near the right side dot. Day's pass. This will get sent in now for the forecheck for Alex Limoges. Try to center it out between. Settle it back down. That'll be an opportunity there for Haman Aktell. Send it in near the right side dot. Her slapper from the point. There was no traffic, but still it missed it all. And now Coachella, 3-on-3. Find the entry near the left side dot. This one gets chipped and chased. Hershey gets a stick on it near the left side dot. This is recollected, stolen. The shot high. Shepard wanted to make a glove save, but he didn't have to, fortunately for him, as this will be sent back down and across the Firebirds logo. 0-0, still your score. 9 shots on goal to 2 in favor of Hershey, as we get a delayed offside hand in the air, but that's negated now as the shot from the point by the Firebirds goes wide. Mike Vecchione will watch this one get sent around the end boards. Prisky able to send this Vecchione now off the rush. Here's a good drop, but there's too many lefties there. They had to turn back around. Pass goes in between the legs. Hits the wickets of Massey. Almost gets the steal. Hunter Rubinski was on his horse, but this will go all the way back now for Prisky. Again, as they'll flip this one back down. Picked up off of Vecchione a couple times off the skate. And now the Firebirds. The left side dot hits the glass. And this will be settled back down. And offsides against the Hershey Vecchione's line, trying to go ahead and do some damage. I don't know what we'll call his name, but we have seen Hunter Rubinski out there. Vecchione, I seen him with some time with the Caps, alongside Hendrix Lapierre at center and Joe Snively. These are guys that you normally see do a lot of damage, and Ethan Frank was able to last year, calling in the Game 7 side. So Hershey does have the names that you expect to be able to get the damage done. It's just kind of like the Dallas in that long series that went 7 against the Vegas Golden Knights, and then the double overtime from Matt Duchene against Colorado Avalanche. Because you go through almost a reverse sweep against the Cleveland Monsters, and the injuries, they might be a little bit gassed. I have to think so. This is near the right side, kept in by Olofsson, as Hayden trying to get a piece of it, trying to get around McElrath. Now to the right side point. We sent back around the embankment again. We're almost done with the first. We're still scoreless though. This is a knuckle puck. Spin back around now. Riker Evans just able to gain the left side red one. Coachella Valley will chip and chase. There, Logan Day loses it. Coachella tried to send this off the back side of the mesh. Pick it up. Nobody got stripped by the Bears. Now they'll work their way through their own end. It's a 3-on-3. Near the right side wall. Scores! Off the rush from an impossible angle. It's Ethan Frank. Blood. Ethan Frank, I don't know how he did it, but he was near the right side dot, almost like the Connor McDavid, but this time from the right side. He gets the pass from Hendrix Lapierre, and he banks that one in, maybe off the backside of Driedger. If I get another replay, the first one's not so good. I know we have a little bit of AHL camera work. I'm just going to be able to do this game anyway. I'm not going to complain. Look, he banked it off the backside of Driedger. So Hendrix Lapierre gets a primary assist, and Ethan Frank gets the goal. Makes it a 1-0 game. This will be sent in now as Snively tries to go ahead and give chase. Now Coachella try to get an answer here just before the end of the first, but Ethan Frank with a late period goal has got Hershey on the board first. They lead on the shot board 10-2. So they've played a really good game so far. They're trying to even this best of 7 series at 2 games apiece. If they can find a way to get one more here on the Saturday side for Hershey, they have 2 closeouts at the Giant Center. Here's a wrister. This one gets blocked by the Firebirds. 40 seconds left to go in the first. And near the right side, Coachella will intercept. Just 2 shots on goal for the Firebirds on home ice. They're only down 1-0, but it certainly seems like they are being denied space and time. Here's a wrister. This one goes wide. There was a chance in off the rush, as this was just knocked away. Opportunity now will be picked up by Coachella Valley. Fluttering toward the net. Good work now as the Firebirds able to try to go ahead and find a late press. It's down to 3. Shot toward Shepard, hits a stick. The first. Hershey Bears do a lot of proactive work as Hardy Haman Aktell gets tied up a little bit, and the ref says, hey, you know what you're doing right now, one more of these, and you're getting a penalty. No matter. Once we get back into the second, Hershey's got a 1-0 lead with 40 minutes left to play in regulation. Come right back. It's been a good game so far.
If your Firebirds message in the locker room is, listen, guys, it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be cute. Let's get more pucks on that. Let's try to test it a little bit more here and try to create our opportunities. And listen, even if we're throwing pucks on that good challenge, you're creating opportunities for rebounds and other things kind of pop and play. Ethan Frank, the lone goal of the opening period has the Bears on top 1-0. After 20 minutes of play,
So Abi Carter, who's performing right now at Acrisure Sports Center, has the Firebirds jersey on the top with their logo and the Seattle Kraken portion of it on the bottom. Unless that's all one piece, that's a really cool custom jersey that they have on. I just had. It's got a Red Wings jersey on that side. I wonder if that's a scout or a fan as well. That's also very cool. So representing locally here for myself as a diehard Red Wings fan. But you know what I love on this side, especially for an NHL network, that they gave you that fire introduction, and yes, fire intended, because there was that too. They're giving you some of the other pregame stuff, kind of like you see on the NBA side, and you get all of it. This is directly from the home team's feed, so I'm watching Coachella Valley's feed on NHL Network. So then when we go back, you'll have the coverage there from the ABC side for the Washington Caps for the Hershey Bears in Game 7. So we got one more look at Acrisure Center on Saturday when I join back with you for Game 5. That'll be at 9:15 Eastern. So Hendrix Lapierre will get the primary assist of the only goal of this first period, as again we are in the middle of the intermission. Okay, so really, this is all I have to tell you about in the first. Again, normally I would kind of break it down a little bit, but first period was a little bit of a slog, especially for the Coachella Valley Firebirds. They were outshot 1-2 by Hershey. Both teams go 0 for 1 on the power play. Again, not much to tell you when it comes as high danger chances. Driedger able to take some of those saves and make the routine ones that he needed to do. But Hendrix made a pass in the neutral zone that starts the play near the right side boards. And Ethan Frank off the rush banks in the puck off Driedger. And that's your only goal of the first. So Abi Carter, she's going to be at Acrisure Arena Saturday, July 27th. She just had a really good performance there. Weber, one of her songs that she was singing. It says American Idol winner and Coachella Valley native. She's super gorgeous as well, so that definitely doesn't hurt. She's got a good set of pipes, definitely, during that entertainment for the part of the first period as we're getting the Zambonis and everything else across. I really like that they get a chance to show all that during the feed. That was pretty cool. 9 of the goal, 1837. So Coachella Valley did not score in the first. Hershey's got their lone goal. Do this again. You know what? Honestly, it's like a breath of fresh air being able to call an AHL game and do so much stuff with the NHL. And there's so much tension in between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers as far as who I kind of want to win because, like I said, I'm a Red Wings diehard. And if I see Ken Holland have to lift that after leaving the Red Wings high and dry and having Steve Yzerman clean up the mess, I think I might honestly puke. So it's just really nice to be able to have fun and cover this game. I love working with Alec Nava and Cooper Hopkins, but I can really kind of let my receding hairline down and enjoy myself. And I like that part of it. At least this is a lot of fun to be able to cover. I'm really looking forward to Saturday. And we get to do this again in Game 5. So we're going to cover this game in the entirety, as I always do, and then a hopeful sports guy, as always, give you the story. I might take the breakdown from Shannon, the hockey guy on YouTube side, and throw that in the story as well. I like to link out some of his stuff, put it alongside my story, so there's really no kind of stealing there, but to just go ahead and throw it in. And what I should do here is type this into my actual box that I made. Okay, I think we're good here. We'll just have to copy this again. I got time to fix it because we're in an intermission, so let me do that. Okay. Okay, so we got that all set up as far as fixing everything for my notes. Wanted to make sure that I did that because I had the same prep in this same, which is not really what you want to do. So, you know what I should do, since I have the time here. Okay, so that'll work out good. Just wanted to throw this in there, get this set up correctly so myself and keep this separate. Have one for all the setups. Anytime you need to post anything on YouTube, I kind of got all those set up anyway, but that's on one side and the stories on the other with the rosters. So we should be ready to roll here. So now I can take this extra stuff and delete this and the tags as well. I can take care of this over in the intermission unless we got a ton of people on the YouTube side. OT says, I guess it's been a year now since I discovered your streams with the Game 7 Bears Firebirds matchup. What a night to remember. Thank you for all you do and the joy you bring to us fans. I would enjoy a lot of these Bears doing big things for the Capitals in the future. Trading away Kemper allows Hunter Shepard to finally get full NHL time. He couldn't have had him stuck in the AHL again. OT, you nailed it, buddy. And that's an absolutely positive way of looking at it in the sense of because I'll admit to you, I'm not as smart. And I took the opposite look in the sense of you're thinking PLD, boy, oh boy, 25, the big kind of deal and all that. But you're right. And I've heard the hockey guy, Shannon, say that a lot on YouTube. OT, sure you do that as well. But they mentioned with Hunter Shepard that, again, you're still a guy that's just before turning 30. He's had a lot of time with the Bears. I think Charlie Lindgren's essentially going to need to get some backup time. I don't want to see him get burned out. Hunter Shepard, I think, is good enough to play that second role. So I'm with you there. Sorry, just getting everything. Just be one more second. I know we're in the middle of intermission anyway. All right, so this can be for the notes, and then this can be for Hershey's roster. So we're good to go here. Next time, like I said, when we get to the screenshot, because I have the Coachella coverage because I'm watching NHL Network in the States. So this is where I'm watching it now. Once they get their rosters up, I think before I start my stream on my phone, so then I have it there. And if I can find anyone that does it in the broadcast and get that there first, because I'd like to have the lines in front of me. I was able to do it for Hershey because they post it on their social media pages, but they don't post it for Coachella Valley for whatever reason. AHL.com for their roster box, but I just like having the lines set up because it makes it easier to do that too when it's there. But OT, I appreciate you throwing out that sentiment. Like I said, you're absolutely right there with Hunter Shepard. I'd like to see him play in that backup role. I know that they're going to, I don't want to say this in a mean way because the Red Wings are still a little bit of a rebuild too. And I know for where Shepard is and where the Caps are and having Ovi, yeah, it was not. I know you and I know this already, being hockey fans as we are, and even though you're a diehard Caps fan, I know you feel the same way in the sense of, okay, you want to see Ovechkin break all the records too, but you also kind of want to supplement the rebuild. But it's hard to do when you have Ovi there, right? So that's why they make the move for PLD, and I understand it, but I don't know if you want to be saddled with all that cap. That's a tough damn space to be in because like you've listened to some of the broadcasts with me. I know we've jumped in and worked with me. I worked a lot with Alec this year, but with Cooper, who's a diehard Flames fan, he doesn't want to be in a situation right where they're in the middle of a 3-4 year rebuild. But if you're gonna do it, just get it freaking over with, right? I mean, now for the Flames in that perspective, they'll in the new arena settle that way. And I saw a tweet. I don't know if it was for like Matchsticks and Gasoline or one of the other Calgary Ring of Fire, See a Red type of deal, where they said Brad Treliving in 9 years with the Flames had 6 first-rounders for picks. Conrad has already got 6 first-rounders, and 2 for this year and 2 for the next couple of years. That's how you expedite your rebuild, and that's what Steve Eisman's doing as well. I like that. I hope the Caps can do it too, while trying to get Ovechkin to break records. That's how I would put it. God, between all that setup stuff, second period, I got to get back on my horse here. All right. So let's get back into the play-by-play, and we're good here. Keep this closed. Let's start play-by-play. So Bears have puck possession immediately. Again, it was an opening goal for Ethan Frank, able to draw first blood. This is game 4. It's a 1 series late for Coachella. Again, able to join in from last year was my first coverage of AHL. That was overtime game 7 at the Giants Center. So how far we've come through in a year's time, but it's these two teams meeting up again for the Calder Cup Finals. Coachella Valley, and they have, I would say a little bit more gas in the tank, but it's going to be difficult to take out the Hershey Bears should they be able to get it done. You might see this go 6 or 7 again in my first blush. Here's a wrister, Hunter Shepard. This one goes just wide of his right glove as Coachella tries to keep it in. Near the right side. Here's a slapper. This one will get blocked nicely by the Bears, and they'll try to recollect the other way. Again, they have a couple other pieces inside their goaltending aspect that we can talk about going forward, because I want to mention one of the Finland pieces. Here's Logan Day. Send across. And that is open. You didn't know it for a moment, but Coachella Valley able to get this one across the blue line side. That was crisis averted for the Firebirds. They don't want to go down 2-0 considering they only have a couple of shots. Counted less than one hand on this time for Coachella. They're getting kind of smacked in the mouth by the Bears here. As this is sent back off the long outstretched pass. Here's a break. Here's a wrister. And a stop by Shepard. It was low. And able to get robbed there was Ryan Winterton, who's already got several points in this series. There's an outstretch that showed Logan Day off the give and go. Waiting near the right side dot. That one goes just wide for Strom. It was, and the board had a lot of speed, but Hunter Shepard cut him off near the right post. 18:04 into the second. John Mary with you with a solo call. We're watching AHL Calder Cup action on NHL Network. Again, I have this game today. This was at a 10:15 puck drop, and Saturday 9:15. And boy, oh boy, that puck came up and hit right in the throat of one of the Hershey Bears. Mike Vecchione got hit right in the throat. He popped up right to his feet. I think he's going to be okay. He looks turning around and looks inadvertent nonetheless. I'm seeing near the right side dot. Oh my goodness, right in the chops near the left side dot. And he went down like a sack of hammers as Vecchione still holding in between Dylan McElrath, the former Red Wing, as their captaincy, but Vecchione popped right up. And honestly, after taking that shot and looking no worse for wear, that is absolutely insanity. Devin Short can't win the draw, but this will be recollected now for Riker Evans. Hershey. And near the right side dot, Logan Morrison making life difficult. Slap shot high. Kick save Shepard. Another stop for Shepard. It's underneath his skates, underneath a couple bodies. It looked like drowning pool over there. And this will go back down. And this is one of the Coachella Valley Firebirds that is hurt slow to get up, Cameron Hughes. That was underneath the seat of his pants, the vulcanized rubber. Couple of shots, good. Shepard absolutely denied Logan Morrison on the other end. And that name sounds very familiar to me as well. I think former Canuck, question mark. I might be losing some of my faculties here. I am 37 now, losing all my hair, as Morrison. Send this down to the right side. And the Bears have been masterful in the circle, whether it's neutral defense or offense. Coachella have to go back in their own end with the Bears at home. Shots on goal are 11-7. Coachella already has 5. They had 2 only in the first. This one through center ice, off the drop. Here's an opportunity there, and this one gets brushed away. That was taken away by Melanson. Now to the right side, Harvey Haman Aktell have it now near the right side. This will be centered a little bit too far here for Rubinski, but Rubinski now able to stay on his feet off the stick drag, but he does get dispossessed. This Coachella Valley will watch this one go to the left side down. Haman Aktell will send it down deep as the forwards will go ahead and give a change as it gets too far away from Morgan Trinev. This is knocked away from Massey. Good work for Trinev off the back check. We'll start it again. If almost turns it over right to the middle of the circles, players are there to gang rebound this thing and recollect. Send it all the way back down for Driedger. Trinev takes a long shot from 100 and a pair of shove between Jimmy Schultz and Trinev. McCormick will watch this one go off the glass to the Hershey Bears. Ice. Firebirds intercept Devin Short. Try to go ahead and get a drop as this is sent back around for John Hayden. We'll go D-to-D wrister. Good stop, Shepard. It was off his glove near the right side. Bears now trying to work in transition near the right side. I worked for Ethan Frank and Hendrix only goal late in the first around the 18-minute mark. You got 15:35 thereabouts. Acrisure Arena right now. John Under with you on the solo call, watching this one on AHL Network. Hershey's got a 1-0 lead, trying to even this best of 7 at 2 games apiece. Near the right side, Hershey has take a long shot. It bounces off the embankment. Try to settle it back down for Dylan McElrath. Captain C near the right side. Bounces away from Driedger as the Firebirds still trying to get settled behind their own cage. Trying to take it right to left. There's a stick chop, and Max McCormick's pass too far. So Huntington will get this one across. His feet near the right side. Still working. Near the right side boards off the spin as we get a delayed hand in the air. I think the Coachella Valley Firebirds are going to get a tripping call once this puck is touched. Bears go to the power play. It's their second of the game. And that was right in the feet of Huntington. That was an easy call. And now the Bears will get a power play as Coachella Valley is going to go to the box. Kel Fleury will go ahead and sit in the sin bin. And Mike Vecchione, after getting hit right in the throat with a shot from the and it's all flared up and it's bruised big time. If you were looking right inside, you pulled your shirt down a little bit and touched near those vocal cords, that is where it's all bruised up. I wonder if that's even going to make it hard to breathe. That's not going to feel good. So Bears, second power play. John, he can't win it. Strome, now to the right side for Dubé. We'll drop this across. Snively will set it up with a 1T. This one goes wide. Opportunity now for Hendrix Lapierre. Fake the slapper near the right side. He's in Kucherov's office. We'll take it dot to dot. Hendrix, Snively, Ripper. This is blocked by the Firebirds and sent back down the ice. 14-20. Again, it's a breath of fresh air to call an AHL game. I mentioned that a couple times on the broadcast, but it feels freaking easy to be able to do this now. So it's just nice to enjoy, honestly. This is picked up Logan Day and near the right side boards. Here's a wrist clear, sent all the way down by Coachella. And Shepard will touch. 109 as we will get a whistle with 13:57 left to go in the second. I'm honestly not sure what that whistle's for, as we should be getting another, I believe, center ice draw. Ethan Frank's line will go ahead and take a seat. He is the lone scorer right now for Hershey. Hopefully fans will be celebrating in Chocolate Town should the Hershey Bears tie this series up at 2. They've had a good start to the game. Coachella is starting to press a little bit more as it's gone along. We're almost halfway through regulation. Defensive zone draw. This one won by Hershey. They got a minute left to go in their second power play. Both teams are 0 for 1 so far with the man advantage. As this will be a cross pass, Mike Vecchione will settle this one. Vecchione now near the right side dot. Will take it. Opportunity now from Ristachenko. Back to Vecchione. Rister, this gets blocked before it hit Driedger. Now Coachella. Pick this one up off the backhand as Marion Studenich will send it in deep. Now Chase Prisky with an outstretched pass. It was a good one, but Rubinski lost it in between the extra help. Picked up now near the right side boards as it took out Ivan Maristachenko. Maristachenko now near the right side red line. Back to D now. Snively takes a shot. This one blocked. Near the right side, Bears still with it. Vecchione around the corner now for Hershey. We'll take this to the right side. Defense take a change. We're back to even strength. Firebirds. 2 with the man advantage. Now we'll see if Studenich can press a little bit, but he's dispossessed of the puck. Bears with speed, trying to go ahead and vulcanize the cage of Driedger. Good body contact there is Logan Day. A little bit. And behind the net, as the Firebird it over. Here's a sauce pass from 50. And they'll have to backhand this safely and across the red line as Hunter Shepard slows it down. He can absolutely be a goaltender that can win you games in the NHL. So we've seen what Hunter Shepard can do a lot in the AHL side, and his save percentage is around the .920 mark usually. And again, he's keeping his team out in front 1-0 as we go to break. With 12:08 left in the second.
Upon approaching the 18th green, Issa Tanaka silently proclaimed, "My brother may think he's a better goalie, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer simple. The same coverage brought to half the cost. He may have mom's dimples, but I pay less for rights. Humble price." Birds and freedom calls, we're here to answer.
It's fun. The beauty of live sports. And trying to keep you entertained, also trying to keep you up to date with the action. Should have just voiced over the video there. Oh, I know. We could put that in terms.
So Dylan McElrath will go all the way back now for Hershey to go up and pick up this puck as we check back in from the break. 11:40 second. As this will be recollecting near the right side wall. Coachella off a 2-on-2 with Devin Shore. We'll take the wrister. This one stopped by Shepard. This goes to the right side dot. Here's a turnaround chance. Bounces off of Shepard. Cross pass. Good tie up there by the Bears. That denied an open net as this will be sent back around the end boards. 11:15 left to go in the second. Ethan Frank still got the only goal as Hershey's down 2-1 in the series. They get a chance to get another one here on Saturday, take a 3-2 series lead. That could definitely be something. And now Coachella Valley call, and Huntington got tripped again. So Jimmy Huntington was the last time, and oh boy, he took a big shot in near the right side boards. Firebirds protesting, and now the camera cut away to show a bunch of replays, and all of a sudden we got some fisticuffs, and I'm not even kidding you. Helmet knocked off, and he was throwing bombs, trying to see if anything else. Again, Grant Fear was mentioning toe pick on the other side. Dylan McElrath was trying to throw his weight around. So here they're going to show the trip, and the trip is right into the boards, and that's tough contact there for Huntington. And the Bears and not took exception to it. That's exactly what you want to see from your captain. Step up for your teammates. Probably going to sit in the sin bin here, But can you blame Hershey? Take another break. Here, pay some bills, I guess. I'll go ahead and throw that in because that was a hell of a development.
But he's not. Because I switched to consumer selling. Saying what the half the cost. We may have margins, but I pay less for wireless. But paying for it.
They don't have the penalties updated yet, but I know that we're going to get something. McElrath is definitely going to go to the box, it looks like.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. If we decide to publish it,
And likely some offsetting for Coachella Valley. That's only fair.
typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. And even promote the book.
So we're going to get some forward action after the pretty much toe pick, some fighting there. It looks like Peric Dubé and Connor Carrick are going to get offsetting roughing calls at 8:54. They're going to 55 officially left to go in the second. We're almost halfway through regulation. 4-on-4 from another minute and 40. So Hershey's still got a 1-0 lead. This will be an opportunity now for Coachella Valley. They'll send this one down, no problem here for the Bears as they'll start this. They want to take it left to right. The rest of the way they're in the road whites and the mixed black striping and pants. Coachella gets the interception. Ryan Winterton will like to pass back for whatever reason. And a good dive. Coachella Valley and Kel Fleury probably stop the break. Now a chance. Scores! What a goal! Shane Wright. And we're tied. Kel Fleury with an unbelievable play at center ice, stops a break, and it gets Shane Wright, the train, right down the middle of the runway, and he scores 1-1. That is about as electric as anything we've ever seen in the NHL side. Kel Fleury, unbelievable play. Shane Wright off to the races, backhand, forehand, how do you do? Pass Hunter Shepard, 1-1. What a goal. What a play by Fleury. That was unbelievable. As this goes near the right side dot. Now Lind will settle it back down. I got to watch myself. If I keep doing that, I won't have any energy. Cup final tomorrow. As this goes down to the right side dot. Coachella one-timer. And that one wide. And ooh, a late hit against one of the Bears. And they knew exactly what they were doing there. Logan Morrison got a piece of Joe Snively, and that was a cheap shot. That was an absolute cheap shot. And the referee officiating here should be sending somebody to the box. I might have got the number wrong. It might be Cole. He's going to go ahead and go to the sin bin. That is something you absolutely cannot do after scoring a goal like that. He went right after Snively, knew exactly what he was doing there. I saw the after with Logan Morrison. I did not see the first as we get the ice scrapage on the side for Coachella Valley.
the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then up to 150 pounds of torque, knock out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. News. Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order. While supplies last, order now. Call 1-800-979-1303. It's 1-800-979-1303. Or visit reddog.com. Call 1-800-979-1303 now.
So Shane Wright's goal, 9:40 into the second period. Here's a face-off win for Hershey. They get another power play. Cole Lind with an absolutely boneheaded play there as he hit Joe Snively late. It's a tie game. It's 5-on-4, 35 seconds. That's what the score clock is, but I think that's going to be pretty much a 4-on-3. That's what it really is, as this is now to the right side dot. Hershey has some space. This is about for 20 more seconds. Swimming in the goal crease was Driedger, and this pass goes left side. There is an opportunity off the re-entry. This will be bounced and sent in deep. Snively now try to get a piece of it. This is near the right side. This game is now tied. Here's a chance in the high bumper. Chance now. Hendrix Lapierre will get it back. Good shot to shoot from, and Driedger. This one goes off the post, and they're going to say off the play as well. Left to go in the second. Ethan Frank trying to provide that screen. Is the last chance, I think, just hit the crossbar. Take a look. Yes, off the deflection, off the bar. Hershey could have made it a 2-1 game. Still 8:58. No, there's so much time left. This might go into multiple OTs, and I might have my voice blown out, even though I got to do something when I get here. We knew it was going to be a late game with a 10:15 start. Again, 3-hour difference in that time zone. So I'm just happy to be able to bring it to you nonetheless and have some fun with it. 1-1 your scoreline. Hershey now power play with a minute 2. This is their third. Face-off be taken by Cameron Hughes for Coachella Valley. Won again by Hershey Bears. Excellent in the face-off circle tonight. Got this near the left side dot. Look for Vecchione off the pass. This one goes wide. Vecchione gets back to his feet. Get this in the high slot. Mike has it now. Near the right side, try to send it out in front of Driedger. And he's got it with the glove hand. As Winterton wants to get physical here with Ivan Marissa. Zebras will do their best to brush it away quickly. We've seen a lot of that already, especially in the second period. So I feel like anytime we get a little bit of pushing and shoving here, that is just going to get knocked by the wayside by the Stripes. 43 seconds left to go in Hershey's third power play of the game. They have yet to score with the man advantage. And again, I think you're playing with proverbial fire if you're Coachella, if you can continue to do this. I know the numbers haven't been high. It's kind of like the penalty kill that we saw in the Cup Finals between the Oilers and the Panthers. But still, you keep giving up chances, you're going to get hit with it. Now to the left side, off the deflection. Picked up now by Hershey. This will start the long breakup from their own end, left to right in this period. That's where they'll go. Hendrix Lapierre keeps it alive off the half spin. He did lose the puck, as this is near the right side bumper, and will be sent back down. 10 seconds left to go in the Bears power play. Hunter Shepard says, you know what? I'm going to pass this from 150. Find the entry now. Hendrix Go ahead and pick it up off the backhand. Stick this side by Driedger. Good setup in front, but this pinball off a couple skates. Coachella Valley gets it away from Driedger. Near the right side, Lapierre, shoot. Good save for Driedger. Boy, oh boy, was that labeled for the top right corner. What a glove save that was. We'll get a number on that in a moment, as this will be sent back behind the end board. It was Joe Snively that got absolutely robbed with a beautiful glove save from Driedger there. Not messing around. Again, I'm looking at some of the stuff on the NHL Network ticker. Alec mentioned this a little bit. I have to give him full marks. I know he's not in here to listen. But Connor McDavid, even if the Oilers don't win tomorrow, he's probably winning the Conn Smythe. He's the favorite. Again, 8 points in the last 2 games will do it. Devin Short wins the draw. Send it back. As Coachella now will try to take this. This gets knocked away from Valley as Luke Haman can't pick it up. Here's a ripper for Snively. This one blocked by the Firebirds. Firebirds now try to find the entry across the logo. We get another whistle. And a power play is going to be the call. 7:29. It looks like a broken stick and a twig. This is going to be against the Hershey Bears. So Coachella Valley will go to the power play. And this will be a penalty against, let me make sure that I can get the number here. I see number 24, Riley Sutter, going to the box. I did have him on my roster, but it was the bottom line. So Coachella Valley, they don't want to go 0 for 2. The Bears already 0 for 3. 7:29 left to go in the second. How many chances are going to continue to get? Coachella wins the draw, but they can't, as this will be settled back down. And we'll look this. So this will be Gustav Olofsson with the puck, as we'll try to start this near the right side. Logan Morrison off the drop. There'll be an opportunity. They'll be selected here for the Firebirds to get day-to-day. Riker Evans is watching. Is the last man back. Spin near the right side boards is the Bears. Good contest. This is an opportunity back across the blue. Morrison now off the back skate. Will turn and spin. Try to leave. Evans now will partially get this one back, but the Bears get a piece of it as Evans gloves it down off the long flip. Coachella kept to the outside. This is Morrison. Back to Riker. Not accomplishing anything just yet. This is just between the left point and the left dot. Now to the right side. High slot for Riker Evans. Kept on the outside as the Bears get the steal. Beautifully slap shot this down for Chris Driedger. Nothing doing for Coachella Valley on a man advantage, really, for either of these teams, as this will be started again for Riker Evans. So that top line still up. This is a look now for Devin Short. Play this one off his backhand is Hughes. Now Short. And off the backhand, Hunter Shepard's got it near the left post. We'll hold on. 5:58 left to go in the second. So Hunter Shepard hasn't had a lot of work in this game, but the saves that he made, especially in the second from the start of it, when it was under the pants pocket essentially of Cameron Hughes, that could have been a disaster. And Coachella would have already had a couple goals, but Hunter Shepard able to make a miraculous save. And then Driedger, with his best glove save, able to rob Snively with the elevator on the top floor as he got a piece of it near the right post. 15 seconds. Firebirds power play yet again. This is an opportunity now for Shore. He gets dispossessed. 2-1. He tried to find Ryan Winterton. 3. Here's Blitz. Makes the save, knocks it away with the stick. As the Bears want to attack short-handed. Now return to full strength of the Firebirds. 3-on-3. Knuckle puck toward the net. No problem for Shepard as Connor Carrick will send it on. Just to try to get an offensive zone draw. Strome trying to make the move. Matt Strome, right left to right between backhand, forehand, and that was denied by Driedger. We'll take another break. We've got a lot of this housekeeping. 5:18 left to go in the second.
Especially I'd laid out my badge, abandoned my corporate call plan, and I'll get a new plan with Consumer Cellular, without a contract, without sacrificing coverage. Let's go, birds. When freedom calls, we're here to answer.
At SimpliSafe, we never stop innovating for a system that never stops protecting. We're rated the #1 home security system by experts and trusted by millions. Indoor and outdoor cameras stop intruders in their tracks, and advanced sensors protect against fires, floods, and more. All powered by Fast Protect technology, only from SimpliSafe. For faster police response. Advanced system role. Have a pro set it up, or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Fuego gets the crowd going here at Acrisure Arena.
So Bears won yet another defensive end. As we'll start with the puck possession coming back from the break. We've got a lot of that. We've got a lot of penalties as well. 5 of them in this second period. Again, it was 1 goal for Hershey in the first as we get yet another penalty. This one for tripping near the right side dot, and all of these ones are infractions that have to be called as Coachella Valley cannot stay in front. Prisky able to draw it. And I'm going to look back down and across. Jacob Melanson going to go ahead and sit in the box. One was very easy against Chase Prisky near the right side dot, but this is 3 penalties, or 4 penalties, I should say now, for Coachella Valley. 2 on the other side for Hershey. And it's all in this period. Here's an opportunity now for Dubé. Here are the opportunities. It's time they capitalize on it. This one is blocked. Try to get lifted out. And Coachella still busy. And behind the office now, Driedger will watch and stand up near the left side post. His Firebirds will send it down. 4:30 left to go in the second. John, here with you. Was it Palm Desert? That's what they call it right now. That's what I have listed on my side of it. As this one is from NHL Network. That's how I'm watching it right now in the States. As this one sent in too far, as Max McCormick will send it down, and Hershey out to start again with Snively. So Snively back here for Dubé. Back across the right side, Dubé will flip it in, gain the zone, catapulted behind the inboards, and perfect work now as Coachella is making no mistakes here on the penalty kill. This kind of feels like the Edmonton Oilers in the sense of you get a chance cleared down, maybe you got to make a save every once in a while, but this is nothing doing right now for the Bears. They can make it all right, though, with the goal. They scored one late in the first, and they score one. Now went off the prowl, trying to get a piece of it. This will be sent back in behind the end boards now for Jimmy Huntington. And this pass goes too far. It's going to be a race off a one-on-one and some body contact. It's finished off quite nicely there from Ryan Winterton. Again, he's a big boy that's got a lot of speed. Their affiliate's got to be very happy with the young man's game. As this one is sent back in. Rabinski watching off his back skate off the as this is near the left side dot. Coachella will take it, flip it down yet again. Hershey gets turned nothing on that one. Again, it's a 2-1 series lead for the Firebirds. They score this next goal. This would be big with 2:49 left to go in the second. Offside against the Bears. So we will get an icing. We say offside, it should be icing. 2:49 left to go in the second. So Shane Wright, Connor Carrick, those are some of the ones we Cole Lind. Cole Lind, I don't want to see any more of those penalties there. The check to the head against Joe Snively. That's not needed. You do one more of those type of things, you might get kicked out of the game. No doubt about it. That was totally Bush League. As this is sent now behind the left side dot. This will be flipped. And now the Bears will get this off the opportunity off the backhand. This will be Trenev. We'll send it down deep. So the fourth line for Todd Nelson's squad's going to get some time to burn here as this is recollected by the Firebirds. Lind. And we'll send this the other way. Riker Evans. Now Lind as my feed freezes with 2:23 left to go in the second. Hunter Shepard is down, makes the save, and Riode was getting a little bit upset on the other side. I thought my feed froze, but it was the AHL feed that froze. Maybe there's too many people tuning in trying to watch this game on AHL TV or NHL Network. As Rister was going behind Shepard, and he fell down and Snow Angel on it to make sure it didn't go across the goal crease. So crisis averted on both sides. We're still here with you live. Appreciate anyone that's joining in on this side. Again, I throw in, who are you rooting for in the Calder Cup Finals? We got 11 votes. 64% say the Firebirds, 36% say the Bears. I appreciate you guys following along and listening in, and OT for his and then earlier during the first intermission when I was trying to get everything settled. So appreciate you guys sticking with me. 2:21 left to go in the middle frame. Coachella finally wins an offensive zone draw. This shot from Carey gets blocked up into the air. This will stay in the offensive zone for the Firebirds and be sent in deep. Shots on goal are now 18-12. That means Coachella's got 10 in this period alone. This will be picked up nicely. Here's a touch. Oh, man. What a goal. And off the rush for the Bears. And another late backbreaker against the Firebirds. That was beautifully done. Hendrix Lapierre gets an absolute tap in as they had it settled in. They found an entry off the backhand. Here, starting it off the rush, it goes right to left in a long outstretched pass. It's sent dot to dot, and Driedger on an island could not stop it near the left side post and in as they slide it right through. Hershey, another late goal in the period. This time in the second, take a 2-1 lead, and both of those goals were an absolute masterclass. 2-1 is. This game has been awesome. Glad to be able to cover this one, as this is now picked up off the long pass, and it'll be sent in deep. Picked up now. Can the Bears, again, we mentioned, can they do it again? Well, they just did. Now they got to hold the lead. Try to see if they can get into the second. Still up 2-1. After one, it's the same score line. Firebirds drop. Hughes. His pass goes too long across the wall, as this will be another whistle. 1:22 left to go in the second. If we get another call against the Firebirds, I think some of these fans, I'm not going to say throw something. That's a hand pass. 1:22 in the second. We are getting some booing, but I have to imagine that is from the hand pass that was just called. I want to see if, although you could have called a slash, taking the stick right out of the hand for Ryan Winterton, because he got a piece of one of the Bears. Right now, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 on the ice. Yeah, Winterton's going to the box for a slash. That was easy right in on the hands when we finally got to look at the replay. So Ryan Winterton is going to give Hershey their 5th power play of the game. And if I scroll in here, in between, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in this second period. That's just too many. And you take a 2-goal lead. Now near the right side dot. Still with it in surveying. Shot blocked out in front before it ever hit Driedger. Hershey's been the better team in this game from the word go, to me at least. There has been some fight for Coachella, and that Shane Wright goal was beautiful, but here's an opportunity shorthanded again, and maybe a hook on the other end for Hershey, as they couldn't contain. Student H tried to take that one end shorthanded. So Marion Student H, he gets hooked this time by the Hershey Bears, and that is going to be an easy call on the other end. That could be Sutter's second penalty. Try to get a look on that, whether that was Logan Day or Riley Sutter. It would make more sense for Logan Day, number 26, on the backhand side. It should be offsetting 4-on-4, and this time I'm pretty sure of it. So Riley Sutter will take the draw. Logan Day going to go to the box. This time for a hook. 4-on-4 for 1:25. 46 seconds left to go in the period. Coachella wins it on the offensive zone draw near the right dot. Long slapper will just matriculate behind the inboards. Bears. And this game has been pretty scintillating, although there's been a lot of extracurricular as far as penalties. It's way too much that needs to get cleaned up. 20 seconds left to go in the middle frame. John Utter with you as we'll get set to close here pretty soon in this middle stanza. 2-1 Hershey with the lead. And near the left side dot. This will be recollected by the Bears. It's a massive humanity near the left circle. Hershey, take no chances, send it around the embankment, and a late goal. Answered, Shane Wright opens it in the second, but who finishes it there? Hendrix Lapierre with his 6th of the playoffs from Snively and Frank. Frank found the entry across center ice. Snively near the left circle all the way to the right. Hendrix Lapierre with a 1-on-1 against Driedger, and he sneaks it right past. And the marker as the Bears were up 1-0 after 1. They're up 2-1 after 2. Don't go anywhere. Should be a good finish. Talk to you soon.
Well, it is now time for the intermission report brought to you by the city of New York. Right here with you. The Firebirds tie the game. By Calder, unfortunately, give up that go-ahead goal.
Yeah, I mean, Calder made a phenomenal play at center ice there to get that puck over to Shane Wright. Shane Wright does a great job of using his speed going in, scoring that goal, and then to build off that momentum, you think the game's going to swing, and a couple of offensive zone Bears end up back in the league.
Unfortunately for the Firebirds, they have it going their own way. Penalty after penalty, especially offensive zone penalties. Unfortunately, they haven't been hit by those penalties as of yet. They're actually indicating the last power play for Hershey for the Great Central Speed.
And very he's got those wheels that you have to respect, and he does a great job in that, and forcing Hershey to take the there.
As we get to the third period in just a little bit, this has been the intermission report brought to you by the city of Indian Wells. Don't go anywhere. Shane Wright on attack. And the rest of the way during the second intermission as hockey night in Coachella Valley rolls on after this.
Is deserving of some victory stick taps. New customers spend $5 and get $150. That's just in time for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, enter the promo code, and make your first $5 wager to score your bonus bets instantly.
If they suddenly quit, are you for team matters? With promo gear or influence to pick up a pair of Infra's at school. Go get it at FortInfras.com. Or Infras Fort
This is the one that helps everyone stay safe. An unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes. It's just like a license. You're the full products you need. Stop by Acrisure, the ones who get it done.
We all know that we'll eventually need a will. Eventually. How about right now? Trust and Will has taken the process of creating your will and made it easy. Like Florida London Couch Easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys, but customized by you. One question at a time. All documents are state specific, legally valid, and start at just $199. Right for you at trustandwill.com.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League. And the world's our officially licensed NHL fan gear. With unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Good evening, everyone. It's Hockey Night Coachella Valley. Turn the record over. We'll see you on the flip side. That's something you can see it on the highlights. No, you can see that one live. Live from Acrisure Arena. It's Hockey Night Coachella Valley Playoff Edition with Gino Mott, Hockey Hall of Famer Actell. Between the benches from the NHL Network, Nick Gismondi, and the voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Evan Pittman. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by welcome back, everybody. Hockey Night Coachella Valley second edition. Hershey Bears with a 2-1 lead over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Gino alongside Hockey Hall of Famer Ryan Winterton. We'll check in with this. Nick does not. Nick Gismondi down between the benches just a minute here, but I don't know that you can have them on opposite games from game 3 to 4. It's almost like 2 different teams out there.
Well, you know what? Hershey's done a good job of adjusting, and that's what Todd Nelson is so good about. Is he makes reads, he adjusts very well, and when he adjusts, they've blocked up that neutral zone, so the Firebirds can't really attack. And when you can't really attack, you get pucks in behind the net. We just kept pucks going forward, and trying to beat one-on-one battles instead of going deep and working hard.
That's right. Scary, but still losing that battle dramatically as well.
You know what? It's not so much we're losing the battle. Just haven't got much of that. They haven't gone to the dirty areas. They didn't have to go to the dirty areas and get 4 goals out. It's not the opportunity to go to the dirty areas. You're going to have to do that when you get this.
Nick Gismondi is down there between the benches for us. Nick, what do you see at ice level? What's the able to tell these guys to pull it out in this third period? Otherwise, we are going back to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing that Grant just got going. I mean, it's about doing the things that you already know that you've done that have led to success prior. It is a tale of 2 very different hockey games. You had a very
So let me send this straight here for the second period and see if I can get the
territory. Limit your fancy plays or just move the puck through neutral ice where you can sort of do that and set up and then create opportunities at the mouth of the crease. Good things are going to happen for you. We saw a little bit of a glimpse of it in that second period about midway through. But a penalty immediately sucks right out of you. So jump back to the hockey you played probably 48 hours ago, and you'll find yourself winning this third period.
Let's take a look at the highlights of the first and second period. Not much in the first period other than the one goal by the Hershey Bears. Execution can't frankly cause the Firebirds for once that went in on Tuesday are not going in on Thursday. This is one that's just special on Graves.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of a mystery, like Chris Driedger there. Every time he had very good period. And then here in the second, Chris Driedger did a great job. He gets beat there, but he'll play a great job coming back.
so I have this AHL boxes. Want to see how they do it, get everything settled there for you. So Hunter Shepard in the second starts with a great save underneath the pads. Hershey gets another power play, and this time comes up with nothing. Huntington tripped off a toe pick, and neutral zone boards that drew a crowd. Hard contact led to some fights. Akarath and likely some others offsetting for CV, but Vecchione gets hit in the throat with the puck off the slap shot from a Coachella Valley player. And despite the bruising, and it is nasty, he's still playing. We get some offsetting 4-on-4 after an unbelievable play from Kilfleury. He stops a breakaway, dives across the center ice side of it, keeps it, negates the break on the 4-on-4 side, and off the rush, a freight train for Shane Wright. And he puts his way to the goal, backhand, forehand finish. Pass Hunter Shepard. Cole Lynn with a check to the head against Snively. Again, 5 penalties in the middle stands. We ended up with 8 total. Snively robbed by Driedger on a glove save and a poke check save shorthanded for Chris Driedger. Hard to get momentum, I imagine, for Coachella Valley when you commit that many. But Hendrix Lapierre with another late nasty goal 1-on-1. Now with 2 minutes left to go in the second, it was in the middle of the ice and a left to right from the feed from Snively, and it's Stein's pass Driedger. A couple late period goals for them. Shots on goal. This is what AHL's got 9-9 on both sides. 20-13 Hershey. Hershey 0 for 5 with the man advantage. Coachella Valley 0 for 3. That's my reset here for you. If you have any questions, always let me know. I'll be back here with you. I'll have this game story and everything else as usual. Hopeful Sports Guy. But I will be back with you. Alvik Nava and Cooper Hopkins for the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, Italy with a three-person group. I might try Allard to convince me to do the game-winning call. If it's Florida, if it's Edmonton, I'll probably have them close again so I can take Game 7. It's selfish. I want to try to get one, but this is my fun assignment for the night, and I might just stick with this. But we'll see. We'll be back with the trio group tomorrow, and we'll have one more for you in between Hershey and Coachella. That will also be at Acrisure Center. The only problem for those that are listening in, I just want to be forthright. If the Stanley Cup Finals get extended to Game 7, so if Edmonton wins tomorrow, Game 6, because if Hershey wins right now, this will be 2-2. Game 6 will be Monday. Game 7 for the Stanley Cup Finals. So understandably, I will be covering the Stanley Cup Finals Game 7 with the group, with the boys. So I apologize if I miss a winner in the Calder Cup Finals. It's played on the same day. Calder Cup Finals go to 7. We're going to have no problem. We'll have games 4 and 5 for you, and then game 6 on Saturday for game 6 on Friday for the Stanley Cup Finals. So game 4 today, game 6 tomorrow, Cup Finals, Florida and Edmonton, and game 5 on Saturday between the Hershey Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds as they'll get set for one more game at Acrisure before going back to Hershey, Pennsylvania. I'm going to save the pipes a little bit though because of the solo call, and I'll probably shut up here. Intermission because we got a lot of work in the next couple days.
So you set up there for 500 of your biggest fans. Broke out the new song. Tell me about the experience.
Oh my gosh. I mean, being back here in the Coachella Valley around the people that raised me, really, and getting all of the support and love, it's just been so amazing. And to sing my own songs for them, that's incredible.
So how excited are you about having your first big concert here?
Beyond excited. I remember being in college and seeing this Camp Pills and looking at the brand new, excited about it. And thinking to myself, the day that I play there is when I will consider myself as having made it. And now I'm here.
Pretty cool on the Coachella Valley side. I know I said this, but Abi Carter, the American Idol winner, again, I haven't followed American Idol since I was in high school when it was like 2001 to 2005. But if she grew up, I guess, in the area around Coachella Valley, and now she just got to perform in front of the crowd, and her first concert's going to be there as well. So pretty cool. Not a problem. Again, when she performed during the first period, absolute bonus and easy on the eyes as well. So that also makes things a lot of fun. Again, I had to admit it. I'm not going to go ahead and admit anything like Kelly Stafford did with Matthew Stafford. When we were really young, again, I was 21, she was 18. She wanted to go see the Jonas Brothers, and I had to go. So again, at that time, you have Zoom because you had Music Pass and all that stuff because that was like nice. So I just brought that and listened to some of that. But I listened to Demi Lovato. I liked her, but the Jonas Brothers, not so much. So I had to deal with that. She'd be a hell of a lot better at to watch Mrs. Abi Carter. I've told that story many times for those that don't know that. There's no shame in your game, especially when now it's a future wife. So.
He had 4 bandmates to come up with, to learn, and to experience what you're going through right now. Only he did it over years. You did it over weeks.
I had the blessing of being around the other contestants on there. we're all going through it together. But now it's like such a big cut. You're just thrown out to the real world. And
Once this season is done, I know I'll have, I think, it roll a little bit with the around here locally, able to do play-by-play stuff for them. Kind of, they have me working a little bit, I imagine. So my streaming and everything else will still be from time to time, especially after the ends. I think we'll probably still get a couple baseball games during the week, and obviously Cooper Hopkins and I will have a free agency frenzy show as well when he can get some time. Because admittedly, for himself, he's been very busy. I'm going to start to be very busy again as far as some of the off-season duties with the Sharks. The NHL season gets underway again, and the early October side, I'll be around for a little bit, and that's when I get back into calling games also for the Waterford Sharks. And then it'll be a little bit of a respite around Thanksgiving as I go visit Mr. Cooper Hopkins for the first time when we go to see a game at Climate Pledge for a few days. So that'll be fun during the break before Thanksgiving. So I'm looking forward to that. Been able to broadcast over the last couple of years. First time is something that I'm really looking forward to. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that portion of the year. Summer is a good time. I try to make sure to keep even keel and all that too, because sometimes you can deal with a little bit of the, and I don't want to put myself in a bad mental space. So, doing some of these streams, working, everything else keeps that all fresh, but you got to make sure you got some time to enjoy yourself too. So, I'm going to be very busy over the next probably few weeks as the Sharks get everything acclimated, but I'll still be around to hang out and talk, cover some games, probably covering some baseball. And admittedly, I can't cover the Tigers because of the Bally Sports blackout and all that. If anything, if the blackout and all that stuff still happens and I want to cover the Red Wings from time to time, I'll just have to buy the app and then put it in on the Fire Stick. Because I'm not going to go a whole season without watching the Wings. I can live without the Tigers and the Pistons and all that, but I'm not going to go the whole year without watching the Detroit Red Wings. That would just be absolute disaster.
But if you call now, you can get 2 Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids ever again. The Nano CIC rechargeable hearing aid is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. For superior noise reduction and a tiny in-the-ear design.
Thank you for staying up late with me. However, when I was at 10:15 starts a late game, I was able to recharge a little bit. I know it kind of screws up the whatever the sleep clock, whatever any of that stuff you want to call it, the fancy words for it. That's kind of get jacked up though because I'm always used to staying up late when I work for the Open Press and not being done with work about 2 in the morning. So it's the same deal for me. I've always been a night owl. Was it circadian rhythm or whatever? Yeah, I don't have that. Maybe that's why I don't make a lot of money or make any money anyway. Because everybody does 9 to 5, and when everybody gets up to go to work is when I go to sleep. It's kind of how it's always been. That's why you just kind of be active and do everything else alongside the cerebral palsy and make sure that you don't turn into a fat slob because you don't want that. The only other hockey rink I went outside of locally from the Wings was T-Mobile in Vegas when I was able to go before COVID. So I'm really excited to see how Climate Pledge is going to be in November. If anyone that is listening is a Bears fan or Coachella Valley Firebirds, feel free to chime in on Washington and I don't think it's called Capital One. Or long time everybody changes names. The Monumental Sports Complex, whatever they have on TV side for Monumental. But let me know how the Caps Arena is, or Giant Center, or Acrisure, or Climate Pledge. I'd like to know what you thought of it. And they're just doing some net repairs before we start this third period. For the Hershey Bears, Ethan Frank and Hendrix Lapierre with the goals. Shane Wright with the lone goal for Coachella Valley. So once they get squared away, as you take a look at the camera shot of Dan Baalsma, again on the NHL Network feed at the Coachella Valley home team feed, we'll go back to Hershey, Pennsylvania for games 6 and 7. Again, if Stanley Cup Finals go to 7, I won't be able to cover game 6 because it's on the same day, unfortunately. But we will get game 7 that goes to that. Coachella Valley wins both. You don't have to worry about that. We'll see the miss one of those games. We're going to miss game 6.
Bigger and bigger as this game goes on.
He's been in big moments before. He's got a little bit of pace to the back. He knows how to rise to it. Gonna be next to 20 points.
So let's get settled for puck drop at Acrisure Arena. John and I are with you on the solo call. We're watching it on the NHL Network. Probably carrying the AHL TV feed for the Coachella Valley Firebirds alongside Grant Fear doing color, which is pretty cool to see him still doing work. Former Edmonton Oilers legend. As this will be sent back around the inboards, and we'll get underway here. So in the dark black jerseys with the orange chest, it's turned over. Bears backhand, and this one saved by Driedger. As Coachella Valley almost coughs it up right in front of the net. They got 15 seconds of 4-on-4, desperate to try to tie it, to tie this game at 2, but take a 3-1 series lead. Falling down, scores! Making an unbelievable play, Riker Evans. Riker Evans and Shane Wright, the Seattle Kraken, 1-1, and we'll see what happens here. So this is near the left side for Marion Student H. Riker Evans falls down, but he's not out of the play. Down on both knees, wrists it past Hunter Shepard. He got absolutely all of that wrist shot. And we're pretty much starting this third, a brand new ball game, tied at 2. Riker Evans with a ridiculous play. Shane Wright with a ridiculous play alongside Kill Fleury. Both these goals absolutely for Coachella Valley. Now let's do it over again. So Firebirds scoring a 4-on-4. Now they get a 30-second abbreviated power play. 200-foot pass. This one sent in. And now the Firebirds will recollect. We'll take it left to right for the rest of this third. Riker Evans with a ridiculous goal. Good setup there for Student H. Didn't think he was going to be able to get as much of the wrist shot as he did down on both knees. But he did. And he blasted it past him. 2-2 is your score now. This one is sent back down. And Driedger will get new life breathed into him. Better games. The first couple were not very good for Driedger, but I think he's been better as the series has gone along. Hunter Shepard is an excellent goalie, but I do think for Hershey, it's fair to say that Hunter Shepard gets overworked. The only time he's going to get any sort of breather, and this happens particularly in the playoffs, don't get me wrong, but Hunter Shepard is by far the number one. He's not going to get a breather unless he gets shelled. That's just how I feel about it. This here with an all-important defensive zone draw against Luke Hinman. Hinman wins it. Coachella Valley hasn't had a lot of success in the face-off dot, regardless of where they've been on the ice, as this is near the right side dot. Very patient. And behind the office, this is a backhand spin off the outside of the cage. And we have another face-off here. As you take a look on the camera shot for Cameron Hughes, who can do some damage. It looks like he's a pretty good puck carrier, but I know who the scorers are likely going to be. Ryan Winterton, the power forward with speed we've already seen from Shane. We've seen Cole Lynn, John Hayden, Max McCormick able to do the damage, but the top line's kind of been negated. Another defensive zone draw. This time Cameron Hughes is going to have to go ahead because Cole Lynn gets kicked out of the draw. 2-2 is your score line. Drawn out here with you on this solo call today, covering some AHL action. Here's a wrister. This one stopped by Shepard. Closed the 5-hole. There was a big rebound. 2-2 is the scoreline. 21-16 on the shot board. I mean, it was essentially, I know the AHL box score said 4 shots for Coachella. I thought there was 2. I think they were being a little bit nice about it, to be honest with you. As this goes left to right, let's go Firebirds chant right now at Acrisure. As this is sent back down and across the inboards for Hardy on Aktell. Picked up off the backhand. Aktell, good feed. Here's Snively. Cross pass, and this gets deflected, bounces up into the player's bench, goes back into play. So, zone draw. And Nicky Lieberman says, hey, wait a minute. Why are we calling all this stuff now? Todd Nelson does the same thing. They want to get some penalty calls or want to see where this is going to go. I don't think we're going to get any. I think we're just going to get a neutral zone draw. We are getting some talking to alongside the AHL refs, Max McCormick and Dylan McElrath. The captaincies having a combo. As this is not sure actually if it bounced off the doors and went back in play. I think that's what's happened here. Shouldn't be any penalties nonetheless. 17:45. So Lieberman is getting a camera shot now on the Coachella Valley side. Hershey's got a 2-1 lead in this. This will be an opportunity off the draw, and it's lost by Huntington, sent back down by the Firebirds. Another 15 will pick it up, and John Hayden, the half spin, able to stay on his feet. Pivot a few more times. He's just near the left side wall, trying to wait for some help as Ethan Frank. Huntington will send this one across the Firebirds logo, and the Bears try to enter with speed. That was a hit up high toward the face, as I got a good piece of one of the Bears. This will go D-to-D. Huntington sent it across. Picked up now, as this is knocked away. Lieberman will watch this one go near the right side red line. Firebirds with Devin Short able to get this one back out and try to make a left-to-right transition. It's a 3-on-3. And near the right side, we get an offside against Coachella Valley. 16:54. I'll try to preserve the pipes a little bit because I am mentally preparing myself with 16:54 left in the third that we might get some extra action tonight. That's kind of the way that this game feels like it's going. You had late period goals from Hershey in the first and second. I mean, they could get another late period in the third and win this one. Who knows? There's been a lot of that. Evan Pivnik is the play-by-play man for Coachella Valley alongside Grant Fear. I'm John Ott. Thank you for listening on the YouTube side and alongside the Twitter space as well. A solo call for me. As this one sent in for Driedger off the back skate. Picked up now, but his shovel pass toward the crease gets picked off. Bears try to get this one in. McElrath holds it in. The Bears now will shovel it in. Call for Valley again. And Maurice Nachenko now gets a late hit to the face of one of the Firebirds as Jacob Melanson gets hit right to the grill. If that's offsetting, that would absolutely be silly because the Bears would have a power play negated. So Adavine gets a trip, and as Maurice Nachenko gets knocked down, he doesn't like it, and they double team into the right side. So this should be a penalty against Adavine, one of the Bears, maybe both. So McElrath is doing some tripping there, the captaincy for the Bears. Should see one of the Firebirds in the box. That is what I got right now on the camera shot. So Bill Adavine, number 36, the defenseman, he's going to go ahead and take a seat in the sin bin. It's another penalty for Coachella Valley, and I want to go ahead and see it in real time because as I have to scroll a lot, it is Hershey's 6th power play of the game. Yes, I said 6, as this is another offensive zone draw, but this one sent back down by the Firebirds. How many times can you shoot yourself a foot before something bad happens? Let's find out. Hershey, if they lose this game, that's the only thing they're looking at. I think that's the only narrative you can say. As this is Haman Aktell. Well, Chase Winterton gets it all the way back down. 1:30 left to go, and Hershey's 6th power play of the game. It's tied at 2. Series leads 2-1 for Coachella. This will be now near the left side boards. Picked up now, Lapierre, Rister, and Driedger down scores! Bears get 6 power plays, and they finally score on one. The line of Limoges and Rubinski get it done. Is the first to the handshake line, and he gets a bunch of stick taps from his teammates. So Limoges, this is shot toward the net, and I'm not sure if it bounced off of Snively. If this camera shot, I think Snively just let the shot go near the left side of the post. Snively is going to get the goal. Again, he did spend some time with the Caps. Hershey Bears are the Caps affiliate, and Snively, Coachella's got nobody to blame but themselves for this many penalties, but Snively, he was knocking on the door, and Driedger opened it, and that's pretty much a goal right through the flat hole. 15-30 left to go in the third. Opportunities. Penalty off the face-off. Holy cow. Guys, let me just say this. This is Coachella Valley on a power play now. I don't know how I'm going to do this in the story. Let me just say, if you went into the sliders, because I know the EA Sports games now stink. We can tell you that. If you're playing NHL 2004, that's an absolute classic in the PS2 era. NHL 94, 2002 era, those kind of ones, but 2004 is a really good one. If you're playing that and you put the penalty sliders up all the way, I don't think we would even get as many as we got right now. I'm just being completely honest with you. We'll have to go on the third. This is one of the most undisciplined games I've ever seen. Or called tight to the vest, but I think it's more sort of the undisciplined side from what we're calling. So Coachella got a power play. Can they answer to tie this one at 3? This has been a topsy-turvy game. Hershey sent it all the way down. As Prisky will send it down. Picked up now for Valley as it's Riker Evans. Riker off the drop. Trying to get this one left to right in the dark black jerseys with the orange striping and the Firebird across the middle. Both those logos, even with the Hershey Bears, I really like that logo as well. But that jersey color for Coachella Valley is top notch. Here's a good slap pass right side one-timer. Stop by. Goes all the way back down the ice where Driedger's going to have to slow it down. 1 minute left to go in the Firebirds power play. Crowd's going to get a little restless. I will too, because if Hershey wins this one, as we said, 2-2, there's an opportunity where I can't call a winner here in Game 6 because Game 7, if the Cup Finals do get to that point, it's on the same day. This is now back for Hardy Haman Aktell. Picked up now Cameron Hughes. We'll send this one D to D. Kill Flurry. Cameron Hughes, right side dot. This goes around the crease. Shepard out of position. This is toward the net. Does not go in. Hits the post. They try to wrap it around, and a stick is broken in half. This was near the right to left post. A pass across. Somehow that did not cross the line. Shepard able to keep it out, or it just hit the bar. Either or. That was one where the fans were on there in the air, but it didn't go in. Firebirds power play set to expire. Try to enter the neutral zone with speed. They like to carry this timeout. This is sent back in Vecchione. Day absorb a hit as the Bears now turn around. Here's a good pass, but this gets bounced from Vecchione. Sent now Logan Day will chase. Can't play off the give and go. Centered right toward the net. It hits the broken stick. That helped out Hunter Shepard. As this is now recollected. Coachella now to the left side dot. Haman Aktell will pivot as they'll watch. Now Studnich send it across with Devin Shore. This wrister gets blocked. Bears try to enter with speed. They do need some help, some delayed offside. We'll watch. Gary now near the right side dot. Send it in as the Bears getting awfully close to halfway through the end of this third. It's been a 1-goal seesaw affair. 2-on-2. This pass goes wide near the right side dot. Firebirds escape as they'll get this in through center ice. Here's a nice stick drag. lost the puck and try to go ahead and retreat. Be some changes for Dan Baalsma's squad, but nonetheless, Todd Nelson's can't change. They've iced it. Let me tell you, a chance here for Connor Carrick. And near the right to left dot, Shore was trying to hit Carrick. It was stopped by the right pad of Hunter Shepard. And then on the third opportunity, it just went wide. Hunter Shepard between post to post. The power moves looked good, but they did shoot a couple chances wide. Coachella Valley could have easily tied this at 3. As it stands, though, Hershey's still up 3-2. Hershey wins another draw. You've heard me say that a lot. Cole wins chance. This one gets picked off. As this goes down to the right side part of the invaded Hardy, Haman, Aktell. We'll see this near the right side red line. He's pinned a couple times. Aktell still trying to this in between escape lights. Coachella Valley finally emerges with it. They'll take a D-to-D nonetheless, as this will be a shot on goal, stopped by Shepard. 11:56 left to go in the third. We'll take immediate timeout. 3-2 Hershey.
My brother may be a better golfer, a more witty conversationalist. He may think he's superior, but he's not. Because I switched to consumer silver. The same company took the half the cost. He may have long difference, but I pay less for wireless. The treating clause, very big to answer. This season, DraftKings Sportsbook is your place to bet on the greatest sport on us. To the game. And with this latest offer, you can win big. Now that is deserving of some victory stick taps.
New customers bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets just in time for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, enter the promo code, and get your first $5 wager to score your bonus bets instantly. The crown is yours.
Firebirds season tickets for the 24-25 season are on sale. For more information, visit
Hey, coolest place in the desert is nothing better than Final Coffee. So the taste is good, the atmosphere is great. You want to be here to experience it. Just want to please outside today.
It is an incredible atmosphere here. My first time to the desert, just what Hendrix, what an arena. Biggest riders, but the hockey experience on the park. Great places here.
Offensive zone draw for Coachella Valley, as they will. Shore is going to get kicked out of the circle. As they're singing Country Road, this is an absolutely electric venue at Acrisure Center, and I hope one day to actually go there. It says 104 degrees out there right now, so a lot of people have people inside the building able to watch this playoff game, win, lose, or draw. This has been a heck as well, as this is now with the Bears. This gets intercepted across the neutral zone, and a good punishing hit for Hardy Haman Aktell as he goes in and lays the wood. This is picked up now off the backhand Firebirds with the pressure, and they'll send it back in across the embankment. This is fired up high. This one stays in off the glass behind the cage. This blast up high. If there wasn't traffic in front, they might have took the mask right off of Hunter Shepard. With 3-2, Snively's goal answers Riker Evans off both knees in the middle of the circles as he pass, but Snively scored on the power play as the Bears got their 6th. This one bounces, hits Shepard as he makes the save. This worked back in behind McElrath. McElrath able to get this one across. As this is recollected, knocked away from Limoges. Now toward the net, Shepard makes the save on McCormick in tight. Never had to move. Bounced off his pads and went up and on play. 10:50 left to go in the third. I gotta tell you, as I mentioned throughout this broadcast, it's been such a relief doing this game because I feel like I have no pressure in the sense of rooting for or anything like a finals. I've been sweating because if the Edmonton Oilers make that comeback and I see Ken Allen celebrate as an Edmonton fan, I'm gonna be sick to my stomach. So I'm gonna be rooting for the Panthers, but the reverse might happen. The Cleveland Monsters couldn't do it against the Hershey Bears, but the Edmonton Oilers might do it against the Panthers. Honestly, if I have to bet, and I'll say this alongside Alec Nava and Cooper Hopkins, especially in the pregame side when Alec joins in first usually, I have no faith that the Florida Panthers are going to win Game 6 tomorrow. I think they might get railroaded against the Edmonton Oilers. I do have faith, however, they can win Game 7. I think they can win the series in 7, but I just don't. Right at 10:42 left to go in our game in the AHL Calder Cup Final. This is Game 4 between Hershey and Coachella Valley. It's a 3-2 scoreline for Hershey and a 2-1 series lead for Coachella. So back around for trivia. Pick this one right on the right side of the red line as the Bears will watch this one get knocked away from them. Here's a slapper. This one hit one of the Firebirds. Will go all the way back down. This will be an opportunity for Nicky Lieberman. They'll get an opportunity to make an outstretched pass from 40. Try to find the entry for the Bears as they will recollect across the red line and settle it back down for Logan Day. Logan Day now around for Hardy Haman Aktell. This will be bounced off the keep away and an opportunity across the red line. Olafson's pass. This is going to work out great. Save for Shepard as he robbed Connor Carrick. Here's an opportunity. Off the entry now, Bears in transition. Ethan Frank couldn't get a piece of it as this will be sent back around the end boards. Bears are there. 9:30 left to go in the third. This has been a very entertaining but penalty-filled type of game. Not sure how I feel about that. Not sure how all of you feel about it. As this is Coachella Valley. I'll watch this one go on. Iced against the Firebirds, so they cannot change. 9:20 left to go in the third. I want to take a look. This might have been Shane Wright. This was Shane Wright looking for his second of the game. I thought that was Carrick. Again, Carrick is number 58. Shane Wright is number 51. My apologies. With the AHL rosters aren't as much, but that's why I have the projected in front of me with the Bears. Then I'm using the Coachella Valley box on that side as we get an offsides. Hand pass. 9:11 left to go in the third. We'll get another neutral zone as it's struck by the Zebras. Are we taking another timeout? We got to pay a lot of bills apparently on the AHL side. 9:11 left in the third. Hershey up by 1.
And NHL Network is all in with coverage of these back-to-back blowout events. The prospect coverage begins June 27th on NHL Network.
Again, I appreciate you guys jumping in between the YouTube side of it. Imagine Twitter X space, there wasn't going to be a lot because I guess the way that works, if you're not friends with everybody on this side, then you don't have a big following. It's kind of like having to send out everything else en masse and just try to see who accepts and who doesn't. I really don't like doing that because you never know who follows. You can spam me with everything, but as again we have the look of the home team on the AHL broadcast and NHL Network showing Coachella Valley for Thursday and the Saturday side. NBA preseason games being played at Acrisure as well, so that could be pretty cool to see some of that. You get that pretty cheap. But for playoff tickets, this is where I would want to be. I would hope to see at one point the Grand Rapids Griffins, but I'm not going to sit and complain. An opportunity to go ahead and watch some AHL playoff action. Cool, because these seats are packed. I mean, you talk about the NHL playoffs and all that, and make no comparison. The seats are filled for AHL. So 9 minutes officially left to go in the third as we get back here with you on the play-by-play. 3-2 fourth, but it's been penalty filled as we get another stoppage with 8:47 left to go in the third. Goals in this period, again, able to find the entry alongside student H. Riker Evans gets tripped. Makes a play on both needs, risks it pass under Shepard, tied the game at 2, and then Snively got a really good look in near the left side dot because Hershey scored on their 6th power play of the game. 1 for 6, made it a 3-2 game. This one sent in, it bounced to Shepard, and he'll hold. So in a span of 5 seconds, we got 2 stoppages here. But John and I are with you on the call. I'll be back tomorrow between the Stanley Cup Final 6 between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers trying to force Game 7. And then Saturday, I'll also be back with you for Game 5 between Hershey and Coachella. A 9:15 Eastern start rather than 10:15 on the Saturday side. So defensive zone face-off win for Hershey again. Is this one picked up by Coachella Valley? They got 8:30 left and wish to tie it. If they can win this one, they take a 3-1 series lead. If not, Hershey will draw at 2, making a best of 3. This will be intercepted. And now an opportunity here for the defense to settle it down. Here for Haman Aktell. Again, he's done a lot of damage in this series and throughout the playoffs for the Washington Capitals prospect, and I imagine he is going to get some time if he continues to play the way he is. We've already been able to see Hendrix, Lapierre, Joe Snively, guys like that, Mike Vecchione, Strome. Hunter Shepard is one that's also made an appearance. He's been the goaltender for the Hershey Bears over the last couple seasons. Again, these two teams meeting for the second year in a row when Hershey won Game 7 in overtime at the Giants Center. Here is Schultz pass. This one gets deflected. The Firebirds trying to keep it alive. Shots on goal are now almost dead even, 22-21. The Bears at one point had a 10-shot on goal advantage. Slow start for the Firebirds in this game. As Haman trying to get around Lilleman. Haman's chance goes just wide. Hunter Shepard maybe off his left pad as well. Haman now off the spin. Turn and shot bounces up into the air. Coachella working in behind the offensive. This gets blocked out in front by the Bears. And this just gets taken away. Logan Morrison have to pick this one up off the back skate. 6:50 left to go in the third. Partial break. Here's an opportunity. Good save there for Chris Driedger. He was called upon in a big way, and that was taken away from Hendrix Lapierre. Snively off the spin and turn. This goes around the embankment. Coachella Valley tried to race on a 2-on-1, but the pass goes too far. Bears might be able to counter. Good space to shoot from. Driedger makes a great save and a good dive for Haman Aktell. Send this one D to D. Side dot now Bears. Hendrix Lapierre. This slapper goes wide. And now the Firebirds send it back around the end boards. 6:05 left to go in the third. John Under with you on the call. Again, it's been about a year's time since we called Game 7 between Hershey and Coachella. This is Game 4. So I'm glad to get back in it and reintroduce myself. As this is now picked up a couple of toe drags. This is centered toward the net. McElrath able to get the interception. He'll make the smart play to former Detroit Red Wing a long time ago. As this is now sent back and off the end boards. It bounces off a couple bodies, but they're going to say it's iced. 5:36. Firebirds don't want to do that at this point, down by a goal. But they can't change. 5:36 left to go in the last frame unless they find a way to tie it. That was a good play for Hendrix Lapierre. Again, we got a chance to watch him a little bit in the against the New York Rangers, but again, you get back to give them some time in the AHL to get some more seasoning. So Jimmy Huntington will go ahead and take the straw. Huntington now off the back skate, and this will be picked up by Haman Aktell. This will send this one down for Driedger. Now near the right side dot, here's a slapper. This will bounce. Hardy now will wait in the left side dot, but it doesn't go back to him. This is not an offsides. 5:10 left to go in the third. Coachella is going to have to start from their own end. Shane Wright Try to get this now off the breakout. Shane, cross pass. Good stop, Shepard. Makes a piece of it with his left pad. Allows the Bears to escape. At this point, you're up by 1. You want to be able to kill some time and keep your passes crisp and try to make something happen. Have it behind the play, and the refs finally blow a whistle. This was behind the cage of Driedger, one of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Cole Lynn went down like a sack of hammers. He is stunned, slow to get up, number 16. Try to see if they take a look how it happened. So Lind, they're not showing it here, they're showing the Shepard save. Good hit there away from the cage. And Lind, as it was cleanup time on the other end from one of the forwards, Mike Vecchione. So 4:48 left to go in the third. That was a half camera cut. That was Vecchione got all of a piece of Lind. Take another break as we're underneath 5 minutes. Needs cushion protocol, but he got smoked pretty good. Come right back. Thank you guys for joining in, and thank you for staying up late with me. 12:30 on the East Coast officially. 22 votes in the question. I'm glad I put a generic question in there. I said, who are you rooting for in the Calder Cup Finals? We got 22 votes. 59% of these say the Firebirds, 41% say the Bears, and I can see it going both ways here. Bears trying to hold on with the under 5 remaining to make it a 2-2 series. They have a 3-2 lead in this game.
New customers who buy any phone get 2 months of service free when they sign up by July 31st. Call 800-918-4371.
She knows what she's talking about. Pick up the phone.
So again, on an interesting feed, as we're at Acrisure right now in the 2-3-2 format. So we'll carry Coachella's feed one more time. Cole Lynn, 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points, 38 shots. He got hit up pretty good by Vecchione, and he's got a bump into the right side of his head where his helmet probably collided in with that hit. Kind of looked like a mosquito bite, but this one's getting heavily bigger here on this side as he took that contact. We'll get a center ice zone draw. 5-on-5 action here. As a face-off loss for Hendrix Lapierre. It's going to allow Coachella to send this one down deep. 4:40 left to go in this third. John Underwood on the call. This is game 4. Coachella leads the series 2-1. Hershey trying to tie it up. 3. This is now near the left side dot. This goes in the players' bench before 29. Left to go in this third. So I'm just going to do this off the rough draft, and let's count it together like the count in Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What is 14 referring to? That is the number of penalties in this game. 14 penalties in a 3-2 bonanza as Hershey has the lead. Still a 1-goal game as this one sent in. Now toward the right side, dot Hershey in the white and black mix with the yellow striped jerseys trying to get it up. Coachella in the dark black jerseys with the red striping and the Firebird emblazoned on the logo with the bear on the other side for Hershey. Again, they went back to Chocolate Town with an opportunity to lift the Calder Cup, just like they did last year in Game 7 against the Firebirds in overtime. Back now off the left side part of the embankment. Hershey now trying to find a way to escape. 3:45 left to go in the third. Find a risker. This one stopped by Driedger. That one was let go by Trinev as Driedger makes the save. Again, he has stopped 21 of 24 shots. It has been one of his better games. Driedger in the first couple, even though Coachella Valley was to take a 1-1 series into 2 games, Driedger hadn't played very well. So this is very important for him to step up. It's much different having Driedger back there in comparison to Joey DeCord, who kind of had a coming out party for Coachella Valley last year. Played very well for the Seattle Kraken this season. So defense draw win by Coachella. Haven't been able to say that very often as we got 3:30 left to go in this game. Hershey's still up by a goal. Joe Snively with the latest answered Riker Evans' goal in the third period. This goes off the stick on a play. 3:24 left to go in this third. So again, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. If you're looking for more action for the AHL, I will be back with you on the YouTube side and Twitter space at John Reinott, same name, same account. And game 5, that'll start 9:15 Eastern. But I will be back with you as soon as tomorrow when I get joined by Alec Now and Cooper Hopkins for game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't normally do the Stanley Cup Finals and the Calder Cup Finals in back-to-back days. I kind of wait for the Stanley Cup Finals to end, but if I don't cover this now, there's a discernibility that we might not get any of the AHL action. I didn't want to do that, so we had to make an exception here. Just try to keep the pipe sharp, hopefully a little bit. Maybe Alec will do a little bit extra call, maybe Cooper as well, just to save the voice, because I'll be by myself on Saturday again. As Winterton try to go ahead and take this one. This is a face-off win. It was slammed down the kick plate by Hershey Bears, and they will ice it. 3:13 left to go in the third as things start to slow down. Hershey, I don't think, has any problems right with the icings because they don't have a lineout that is on fumes. They kind of just got their change. Hunter Shepard essentially also gets an extra breath. So I think that they're really okay at this point. It's kind of locking in here to make sure that you get the series back to 2-2. And you know what? Honestly, it also is a hell of an issue because you talk about almost getting a reverse sweep by the Cleveland Monsters after taking a 3-0 series lead and winning in Game 7, and then taking the understandable loss to Coachella in the first one and then bouncing back. And then game here at the Acrisure part, but still in the 2-3-2 format. They're doing their job. As this one now just brushed across the blue line. Winterton is on the edge of his shift. This is near the left side red line. 2:40 left to go on the third. Now this is all tied up. McElrath with a stick toward the chest. This is Coachella sent toward the net, stopped by Shepard, and this will be played by Rubinski nicely. Sent this one down. This is going to make sure that Driedger, because it's in his own end, he can't leave his crease, and the Bears can essentially kill more time. Just make the smart play. That's what they're pre-Todd Nelson squad. Some of them take a change. It's Cole Lind. He'll drop near the right side. Dot power move toward the backhand. This is gloved right out of this, I should say sticked right out of the air and sent back down the ice. So Driedger is gone out of the goal crease. 2 minutes left to go in the third. Coachella needs a goal. 1:55. This one's dumped in. Bears. Logan Day. He turns it over to Devin Shore. Shore now. Near the right side red line of Cameron Hughes. Here's Devin. Rister. This is a right pad save. Big rebound. Shepard says no. It's behind him. They're whacking away at it. We'll get the whistle. That's going to draw a crowd. 1:36 left to go in the third, but the refs, again, will be right on top of this to make sure there is no other extracurricular. So good as Riley Sutter and hard piece of it just enough in front of Shepard. It bounced off of Day. Opportunities get shoveled toward the back of the net from behind the cage, and Hunter Shepard able to get a piece of it. Hold on, make the save as we get 1:36 up to go in this third. Timeout is going to be called as they're profiling Dan Baalsma. Dan Baalsma says, hey, boys, we're going to come here and figure out what we want to do, try to drop the play with about 96 seconds left to go. Again, I want to say humbly thank you in this AHL play-by-play in between the Hershey Bears and the Coachella Valley Firebirds. More than happy to join in between Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals, courtesy of NHL Network, and be able to do a stream. It's certainly been a while, as I don't get access to a lot of the AHL games because you'd also have to pay for that. I'm already paying for ESPN Plus the board, which stay as good as they are. I wouldn't mind covering more AHL games in the future if you guys would enjoy that sort of thing. So one of the fans has their Firebirds jersey with the Seattle Kraken hat on top. They certainly know what's up here. We'll get settled for the upcoming draw. So it looks like the Seattle captaincy, Seattle Kraken system should say Coachella Valley captaincy Max McCormick will go ahead and take this draw after Dan Bowles was timeout. 96 seconds. Valley down by a goal. Again, we have their home feed on Saturday side as well in the 2-3-2 format. Hershey trying to make it a 2-2 series tie, make it a best of 3 as this gets knocked away. That's Strome. And we'll send this one down the ice, but it is blown dead. 127. Timeout, especially Coachella, but now Hershey, they get a respite out of that as well. Hershey over the last couple minutes have iced the puck about 4 times here. They have made no qualms about it. They've been able to get some rest. They haven't had lines that have been on the edge of their ship, and they do have Hunter Shepard in the goal crease. They should feel comfortable. Coachella ties it, though. Who knows? Once the one-timer there was Devon Shore, but it didn't get there. It's a dot. This is near the left side, though. Left point, now near the left side red line. 105, hope to go in the third. As we're getting close to the last minute, Coachella down a goal. Picked up off the backhand. Devon Shore will send this one down here for Coachella. This just gets when Hughes falls down. Hershey will send it back down the ice. And this is enough for icing right at the 53-second marker. So Coachella Valley net still empty. It's been empty for about 2 minutes now, right at the 2-minute mark. They got 53 seconds left to go in this third. Hershey wins. They tie this series up at 2. Coachella Valley finds a way. It'll go 3-1. Hershey, another draw win, but now Coachella gets a steal. Let's go to the left point. Here's a wrister, a long one. This gets blocked by the Bears. Across the Firebirds logo. 35 seconds left to go in the third. Here's Day. We'll turn and spin. We'll put it around the embankment. It's intercepted by Coachella. Big hit. Strome's got to absorb one near the players' bench. Drops his stick in the process. He had to pay a price. He's just trying to get it out. 15 seconds left to go in the third. This gets sent back down, and this is enough for icing one more time. So you want to talk about taking a hit to make a play. Matt Strome trying to shovel this one out. He does get it out, stepping up and making a giant hit. Riker Evans, he said, how do you do with the shoulder? He almost knocked his teeth right out of his mouth. That's no exaggeration. That was a jaw there. So another offensive zone draw for Coachella Valley. 14 seconds left to go in the third. Can they score? 3-2. Hershey's got the lead. Coachella. This goes down the ice. They lose the draw. Now they're going to have to wave off this icing. Down to 5. Got to go the length of the ice. Coachella down to 1. Backhanded toward the net. They're going to run out of time. And the Hershey Bears even the series up at 2 with a 3-2 victory. Joe Snively gets the game winner. He answers the Riker Evans goal early in the period. It was a parade to the penalty box. I think 15 unofficially across the board. But the Hershey Bears do their job. It was a game of mistakes. And if Coachella Valley played a little bit better and they stayed out of the penalty box here, they probably could have taken a 3-1 lead. But as it is, Bears do their job. And as far as the AHL series, that means I see you Saturday night in a best of 3 in a 2-2 series. One more trip to Acrisure on Saturday before we go back to Chocolate Town. So in the immediate future, Hopkins for Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. He's signing off for the late night tonight, though. Hunter Shepard, excellent game in the goal crease per usual. Used to that from him. Chris Driedger wasn't bad. Too many penalties. And on the 6th power play, Joe Snively ends up scoring the game winner. That was a fun one, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow, or at worst, see you on Saturday for Game 5. Peace. Hope you guys had fun. I sure did. I'll see you then. Peace.